Alright, so this is after 5 days of building an RAG system. So yeah, like I'm here to give a breakdown of what I actually did and how the system works. So what a RAG is a retrieval-augmented generator. So the scope of this project basically is not just to build an RAG system, but it's putting security measures in place as a cybersecurity analyst and also an AI red teamer. So I built a system that that is in compliance with OAPs and some other LLM, anything that's come with AI systems basically. So yeah, I'm going to basically explain the code and explain because this is actually a full stack. It has the back end and the front end part of it. So I'm going to explain how the whole system basically works and what are the security measures actually put in place. But the scope of it is beyond the security measures in building the RAG. Also, I'm going to be using a tool called Promful. Promful is a tool for testing the an LLM systems or testing whatever system it is to see to run probably prompt injection to try jailbreaking either in a single modular or a double modular. So basically, yeah, that's just the concept and that's the main goal. So after this video, I'm still going to upload another video that I'm going to give the whole full result of whatever result that comes out from testing this particular system. So yeah, let's go into this particular one. So I have my modules. I have the custom modules, which is the data loader, the vector db, and the custom type, which are all here. The data loader, yeah, and the vector db, then the custom type. So basically, let me first start with the main because this is where um, the interface basically the whole prompt actually like literally starts from. So I have all my libraries actually like imported. Let me first go into the requirement and let's see what uh, tools, what libraries that I used actually. So I'm using fast api, I'm using ingest. So ingest is basically like an event driven workflow. Basically what is just to monitor the events um, um, of the whole system, like to see where exactly where this is actually is. So I'm just going to see the event workflow. So I'm importing a reader. Yeah, definitely I'm importing the key quadrant. So I'm using vector database, but I'm going to use a Docker, like Docker as a storage system. So I'm using Streamline, which is for the front end, and OpenAI. But I'm actually not using OpenAI in this context. I'm using Open Router. So I'm going to explain what my Open Router is actually doing two things, which you're going to get to know. It's doing the embedding and the output. Is the SDK tool, right? Which is a software development kit. So it does two things for me. It's like a whole system for me. So I actually incorporated it in my code for it to do the two things: the embedding part and the output part, which is the AI response. So yeah, that's just that. And let me explain the code because I just have like 15 minutes to break all these things down. So basically, after importing, yeah, this is me calling the API key, the open router, which I'm going to show from here. This is where my open router is. I'm not going to open the API. Oh, definitely, you can't even see it actually because the key is not going to be there. So yeah, last 7 minutes ago, which I tried running. So usage, I've used like 0.003 minutes is unlimited, but you have to still buy credit to make me use this. So I have $5 here, because you need the credits for you to be able to run it. So this is when I got it, February 25. So yeah, the whole concept of this project is just to make sure this is actually like I just want to make sure this project is actually like working perfectly. So yeah, so to start with, I imported my libraries, my fast API exports, I mean the server, which is an API, the .env, and yeah, the API key is here, which I'm not going to show, but that's yeah what this is doing. So the environment basically. So yeah, what this does is just to load the .evn files and retrieve open API keys. You understand? and also configure this does the it configures the login to track the events. Just what this does basically. So yeah, these are the security measures actually put in place. So basically the security measures is I limit the queries to 500 characters. So users can actually put more than 500 characters, and also I imputed a block pattern, which is the egress pattern, to prevent prompt injection attacks. Something like ignore previous instruction, review system prompts. You are now as asked. All the kind of prompt injection shit. Like, I mean, if you know right now, if you go to a particular GitHub folder which I have that has the system prompts of ChatGPT and some other LLM systems models. So yeah, these are just a few ones actually put in place just to um, prevent some blockage, and also this basically allows the directories from the data. I mean the data which I'm actually putting in. So this is my PDF, which the company is all about compliance and stuff like that. But this I'm going to be using this particular tool eventually for my own particular OAuth policy and guidelines, the framework for LLM systems, you understand? So from OAuth, OSINT, I'm going to load all those documents basically, so use it for my own personal use. So for now, I'm just working with this particular PDF. So yeah, these are my validation functions. What this does is to validate the query's length basically. I mean, we can't have more than some inputs, user inputs rather. So that's what this basically does. So the query length, and it blocks malicious import too. That's part of it. So those import that actually plays in at the port at here right now. So it's basically going to block them. So those are the block patterns. It's going to block them. So if all these things comes in, it's part of it, it's going to block them. It's not going to be part of it. So it sanitizes also. I have to pass with this. So it sanitizes it, which is also check also, like then it validates the output at the end, that ensures the AI output doesn't reveal sensitive information. So what this does also is it confirms the PDF in the allowed directories, which is this directory. So external directories will naturally work in here. So it has to directly from this particular environment. Um, so from there we go to the ingest client part. So basically what this does is to create the event driven task, which is the ingest client. So it creates the ingest client using path, and then the throttle, which is also part of the security measures which are put in place, which basically what it does is that it basically runs in what's called in development mode. So if you are running in development mode, that could become false instant. So this has to be false to run in development mode.